I want to find out, he had seen it, he put that Marshall rye in there, instead of wood.
Golly.
And it got up.
Hello, Ron.
What's your hurst?
And it got up so tall, and then it laid over.
I know.
And he couldn't get it dry or he cut.
Yeah.
But he ended up cutting.
I'm doing good.
And then he had to have it 3 more times to get it cured.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, January, yeah, yeah.
Where's Charles?
I don't know.
Where's Melissa?
I don't know. It's not my day to keep up with them.
Did you wake up on the wrong side of the bed this morning,
I
Don?
wake up on the wrong side of the bed every day.
Oh, you always smiling every time I see you.
But that's after I've been up for a while.
Oh, so you just now got up, is what you're saying?
Took it out.
Took a nap. Bad shape now. No, I know Melissa's gonna be here, but I don't know where she is. I know Melissa said she was gonna be here.
Yeah.
And Charles is, dealing with some other stuff.
I've got something.
I didn't forget nothing. I just taking my time.
Well, I did. Hi, Herschel.
How are you? I saw, ex-brother-in-law of yours today. Mitchell Lawson.
I mean, not Mitchell.
Yeah.
Not Willard. Mitchell, where'd you see him?
Well, they came down today, and with David and Joe Malone came in, Joe and.
Where he go?
His side, and so Joe and
They get together a lot, they said, yeah. Yeah, Mitchell and Betty, his wife, were at the funeral.
Charles?
So, hey there.
You gotta read all of it, Charles. You gotta read all, both of them.
I got it.
Homework, man, sign right
It's
here,
homework.
please. They're gonna have tests.
That's what my grandson says. Are they gonna be tests? If
Don't
there's not,
worry about
if there's not gonna be tests, he can read a lot quicker.
I'm tired. Oh, I've been rough there.
Ronnie, right here, please.
You look better.
That's terrible.
I thought I'd help him out. That's what Beverly's grandma's always telling us. She said, oh, you look so bad. Time you get done, you're ready to go to the hospital.
You go every day like that, didn't you?
Yeah.
Make him feel so bad he'd get sick on it.
I don't know.
No, we got
That's 24 minutes.
5.
All
There
right.
he is. How's Teddy?
Try to get behind all these Christmas shoppers.
How you know they're Christmas shoppers?
Anybody else could be 20 miles an hour down the highway, because they talk about what all they thought
We're going by.
we're going about.
Yes, Preston or Brian, is one more weekend.
Brian was not here, but he'll be in Friday.
Sunday morning.
Yeah,
He's
but he
gonna
won't
be,
be in here.
no, he's gonna read that too now.
Okay.
I told him to read it too.
I looked around, I said, we need another chair. I said, no, we don't.
You won't
Oh,
sign it.
yeah, start saying hours.
You working this weekend? I said, you working Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and new man on posting.
I'll be down there watching the people going in.
Whatever he done right there.
Yeah. Got 134 cameras of us yet.
Listen,
That's a full-time job.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Here, that's where you just sit down, sign it, right here, for me.
Came by the office today.
Right there. If you can squeeze it in there.
Probably gonna go lunch or something.
Thank you. Do you want one? I got extra.
That was the minutes from last month's meeting.
You got my video.
I'm
So you read it?
Yeah, my license is out.
I had to go to school and print them off. I didn't get my printer, I ain't got a printer at home, so I did it at school. Connie, they called me today and said that they're gonna call me, let me know Wednesday morning if I can go to school and see me. I put in for 67,000. They said they had a check for 80,000. Now, that's all hearsay. If I get it though,
Jerry, you got to the end,
no, he told me,
I think it's on the other machine,
son, it's gonna be a house too.
Tell me, she's looking back by her.
Another CNC mill, but a little bit bigger, with the 4 axes on it. But I'm ordering this one with all the automatic setups on it. Cause that's, we're gonna train the students. These companies are spending the money for the, it's about a $6,000 attachment, but when you can put a tool in there and go, and then that's it. And the old fashioned way, you stick a piece of paper in there.
Let it touch up on it.
Yeah, you know, and then, but when you can go in there and go,
And just like one day, that'd be obsolete.
the thing about it is once
That's
you,
how they get done building it.
once you put that series of tools in there, and you don't take them out, you know, and it runs that thing wireless from here to that one.
kind of
Well,
computer.
shit, that's wide, that wall. And that's, it runs a wireless, speak on wires. And,
That part about that, if they ever crashes and you have to reset it all.
that's a new Haas, no shit.
I think it's what Jerry was doing, whatever.
You just can't beat them, I mean, they're American made, and you just can't beat them. So if we get that, that'd be another good piece of equipment. You know,
You see his new rig he does, about measuring a part,
you know,
and that's just something fancy to have.
All right, it's 5:30, we're gonna bring the safety committee to order. To have a motion to suspend the reading from the last minute.
I'll make a motion, we suspend the reading and approve them as written.
Approved.
thank you.
Have a motion on the floor, have a second.
Second.
Approve lifetime.
Right.
All right, well, first thing we have, or the thing we have in front of us is Brian Jennings has turned in his resignation as of last,
January 3rd.
Thursday. His, last day as director will be January the 3rd of next year. And, with him stepping down, that means we have to, look over it. Brian's done a good job, can't say nothing bad about him. Hate to see him step down, but, he's a good paramedic also. So, has everybody read his, resignation letter? Do I have an approval to accept it?
Make a motion, we accept it.
Have a motion on the floor to accept his resignation letter. Have a second?
Second.
We have a second. All agree and say aye.
Aye.
And we'll have an interim director will be taking his place until we start the process of putting in applications and interviewing. And some of us that's been on the committee have been through that before, and that's, it's a trying thing to have the applications we have. I think, Mr. Herschel has, appointed somebody, or is going to appoint somebody to be interim director until the seat is full. filled. And, Brian is going back on the truck full-time, which is, me and Herschel talked about it the other day for pretty a while, so we're gonna put him back on the truck, which is a good thing. We're fixing to be down another one.
Are you?
Yeah.
You know what you wanna do, Joe?
Yep, maybe. So we're gonna have to, we're gonna be 2 paramedics down and 2 supervisors.
Brian's is, yeah, is January 4th.
Yes. So we've got, a lot of things coming up with us starting the new year. But we're not gonna rush into replacing. We did in a lifetime when we had to replace it. I think Brian was interim for 6 months, if I'm not mistaken, 5 or 6 months. So we'll be going through the same thing as that. If you got, there's something that you,
Yeah, I just wanna talk to you about the,
all right, I'll give you the floor.
okay, thank you. I want to talk to you about the, driver testing deal. I met with, Ms. Boyd, the assistant commissioner. And they don't, what they're wanting to do, and I've talked to Lisa, I mean, this is what they're going to do, I mean, you know, with the commission's approval, is put a kiosk in Lisa's office. And they'll come down and work it, and be with us. Terry, is that not right? They'll come down and work it?
Yeah, but while they're trying to close that one, that's what they said.
And, we don't have to do anything with it, we don't have to do anything, it's got the, number to call if they have a problem. The paper will be stored in the machine, they change the paper about every 2 years. You get your license there, do everything, but, get a new license, you got a kid up there, then you have to go somewhere, but you do everything right there on the kiosk.
Other than get a new driver's
You
license.
get a new driver's license except for brand new. You
Right.
gotta-
16.
16. And we can talk to them, we're gonna have the highway patrol here, the highway patrol is making 911. But they asked, was that still the commissioner's chief of staff, Mr. McGriff, he was here, and he wanted to know if that was still on the table. The commissioner wanted to know, I said, yes, that's on the table, because the 911 board is already approved it. So there's 3 rooms out there.
It's on the second floor.
Yeah, on the, the old part. And, the conference room is used by the committee only, when, I guess, different things, but when they have the 911 board meeting. But this is what Ms. Boyd has got up, and, it looks like that's about the way well, she didn't talk about anything else, did she, Terry? I had the chairman pro tem, in case I wasn't there, the chairman, and, of course, he led the budget finance. I thought they was going to come with that, but they didn't even mention anything about keeping, they gonna close that sucker, seems like.
So we'll have every service except for the brand new driver's license.
That's what she said.
What about
right
the
there.
pictures on the driver's license?
No pictures.
No pictures. So pictures and that, everything else can be done here or over the internet.
Be down here, on the internet, fax. But you don't have your picture of 16 years. I remember that one time, you remember it, Ronnie?
I have mine, because I have CDL, they take mine
Every year?
every 2 years or whatever. Whenever I take mine, I have my CDL.
Yeah, you turn in a health card though every year.
That's what it is.
Every year. But you can do those by fax.
But the thing about that, that way it doesn't cost us anything. They'll put everything in, hook it up, be here to show us what to do. On the very front end.
But then if
questions on the floor?
I wondered about people wanting a voter ID, an ID so they can vote, and they're registering to vote and stuff, and they have
Well,
to
you
still
register to
have
vote.
that ID.
You register to vote right down there, your
Yeah,
driver's
but-
license will have your ID on it.
If,
Unless you're talking about just a regular ID card,
yeah, if they don't have a driver's license.
they'll still have to go to Cookville or Tullahoma.
Um,
That's the way I understand it.
So,
That's the way I
Because of
understand
the
it.
picture.
That's right, because of the picture.
But what, do you have to renew them?
no, you don't lose it.
If you don't lose, you don't have to renew it, but you will have to go to.
You'll have to go to Tullahoma or Cookville.
So if it includes a picture, that's the service we're actually losing.
Right. Just put it on there.
I disagree with what they're doing, because I was talking to some people the other day in Nashville, and they said there's like a month waiting list. You should drive
In Nashville?
in Nashville right
That's
now.
pretty bad right now.
For new, well, he had, did he not, say that he was wanting to try to get it in with the driver's education?
Yeah,
Of
that's what
them
he said.
giving the driver's test and stuff eventually?
That's what they gonna talk to Bobby about, wasn't it? Remember they said gonna talk to Bobby?
See, if they start doing the driver's testing through the driver's ed courses and stuff, that would free up a lot of stuff.
But they gonna close all these little outlines.
They said eventually it's gonna close them all.
But I want to run this through your committee, it's already been through budget and finance, and they agree, and I want to run it through y'all, because we'll have to run it through the full board.
I know that you're responsible for hiring the new director, but is the interviewing and the process going to go through the safety committee and whatnot? And then,
Yeah, we'll talk about that, but we don't want, we'll just, yeah, I want y'all.
Will we?
Yes.
All right, we have any more business, any more questions or anything before we dismiss this committee?
Anybody got any questions on this, Charles, you got anything on that? I've talked to several people, and after they found out you want to get your license, they do everything except a picture. And you got a key. Everybody I've talked to, of course, you know, they ain't talked to everybody. They were favorable, but I don't guarantee you there's some out there that's not, but it doesn't matter what you do.
Teddy, I didn't know anything about it, but I got a phone call this evening, and I think the Yancey family's wanting to address something.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Last Wednesday morning, we called an ambulance for my mother. I'm not sure exactly at the time, but it took 25 minutes for an ambulance to get there, or maybe even a little longer. We just don't understand if the ambulance is there at the Highway 8 and Old Shellsford Road, and she lives on Old Shellsford Road, which is less than 3 miles, why it took 25 minutes for an ambulance to get there.
There's a good chance that ambulance could have been in that Nashville trip, but I don't know as far as how long.
There's supposed to be 2 there.
No, we just have
No,
one.
there's just one there.
Have
Just
a
have
backup there.
We have, we only have, 2 paramedics there at that time. Now, they may be at times 2 ambulances there when we're working on one. Storing one, or,
And the other thing that we did not understand was, instead of coming around and coming to the bypass to the hospital, which is the fastest way, they come through town. I actually left after the ambulance and beat the ambulance to the hospital, and I didn't speed. I drove quickly, but I didn't speed.
come back one that Shelford Road.
Yeah, come around, come out by that, asphalt plant,
Come over by Highway
and,
30. I
yeah,
see.
and come down that way. We just didn't understand why they would go through town. Well, it just seemed like if minutes matter, it sure looked like they were taking a lot of extra minutes. They didn't need to be.
When was that, last Friday?
Last Wednesday morning.
Last Wednesday, yeah.
That present problems, and then the electronic sometimes present problems.
And I'm not sure, I may have to apologize for my brother and his top dealing with the 911 operator, but, he was getting real frustrated, because he called him twice.
I don't know, like I said, I don't know which station they paged it out of, which station it came out of.
Well, we don't know either, because
You know,
we didn't
but
get
I'll
no,
find
I didn't
out
think about getting any numbers off any ambulances. I couldn't tell you I couldn't tell you nothing about them except the guy that came in a car and parked his car in the field. And I don't even know his name, but I could probably pick him out if I had to.
He's probably a first responder.
He could have been, I don't know, but I know he parked the car and he drove the ambulance to the hospital.
Yeah, we're first, just like he is and I am, we're first responders, we're authorized to drive out.
Hello?
Well, I'm not quite, it just seemed like to us, it took a lot of extra time.
No, go ahead.
And we didn't quite understand that.
Some of the drivers, like Shell Ford or myself, I mean, I don't even like driving down and out, and I race out there.
Mhm.
And, you know, with that ambulance, and I don't know what the weather was like midday.
It was daylight.
Daytime?
Yeah,
Okay.
it was in the morning,
8 o'clock in the
about
morning.
it was, first call went in right around 7:30, 7:20, something like that. And it's about 5-10 minutes later, he made the second call. Or maybe even 15 minutes, so it may have been a little later than that, it may have been 15 to 20 minutes.
I can't
Not that it
answer
would have
that.
changed the outcome one bit, I don't believe it would have changed anything if they got her in there any faster. It just seems like there's somebody that might need it a little quicker than that.
Right.
It just seems, to us, it just seems like there's some kind of communication problem with the ambulances, the 911, and who's the closest one and who's the,
That's what we're
What
doing.
was the reason you had called the 911 twice, Don?
Okay.
mom quit breathing the second time.
But the first.
First time it was heart attack.
and
We
then-
felt like it was a heart
And
attack.
then he called back again.
Called
before-
back again,
Not
which he-
because there was a problem with 911, he just called back to tell him she had stopped breathing.
Stop breathing.
Okay, so.
Yeah, it wasn't that he was, at that point, I think he said it'd been about 20-25 minutes, and he still hadn't had an ambulance there. And he was getting real concerned, and he was trying to do CPR and talk to them at the same time.
They should have a log on
And
him.
we've got a rescue.
But I would, when Tommy called me this right before I come in here and he told me about it, I told him, I said, there's a good chance that ambulance didn't come from there, because he said it was like 2 miles. And it is, I know where she lived, and I know where and I know
It
it's
isn't
close.
that far, it just seemed like it was,
But if it was on another run,
I
it
can
could have come
understand
from
that.
Marshall.
yeah, I
as
could
far as
understand
goes.
that.
It could have come from over at
Station
north
one,
side,
and
or
it
it
just-
could come from one.
It could come from station one and he went back the same way you came.
Well, like I said, like I said, I don't believe it would have helped Mom one bit to been there any faster, or maybe it might have helped her a little bit if they'd been there a little faster, because she didn't stop breathing till probably 15-20 minutes after he made the first call. But it just seems like in a area no bigger than what we are, and maybe we use ambulances a lot more than other places.
Well,
I don't know.
I know
We use them a
myself,
lot.
Wait there.
a lot of times I'll go a different route if I've got a call, because you never know when you get behind a farm tractor.
That's true.
You know, or something like that, because I know there's been times that we've been on calls and it seems like it takes forever, we just get behind everybody in the world.
Terry, can we get these people on answer line?
Yeah, can you come on full sheet tomorrow?
We can find out why and where it came from and all that, I would think. They went the closest way the GPS tells them to go, though, they're supposed to, and Brian said in here that they were set up and designed, when they punch that address in, it's supposed to take them the fastest route. So.
Well, to me, it just seemed like it was kind of odd. And that was our only concern, is that I know that when I was working years ago, that we need an ambulance, we need one now, we don't need one in 25 minutes.
Yeah.
I'm just asking, we're just asking, we're not blaming anybody or pointing fingers at anybody, we're not about to do any of that. We just question how long it took.
I know sometimes, and I'm not saying it seems like it takes forever for
Well,
something
that's
to get there
true,
once
and
you
believe me,
call it.
I had to check my phones to make sure what times phone calls were made to me, and when I would call him, so I knew about how much time was going on. It just, just kind
I'll
of,
try to get you, I'll go out there tomorrow and I'll pull the run sheet on it, see what it says. And I'll know what time it was dispatched and what time they arrived on the scene.
okay,
You're welcome to call me, I'll find out. We'll
All right.
find out. I'll get with you or.
okay.
We'll try to find out what.
You can let Charles know a little bit, or you can call me or any of us, Melissa, any of us.
If I'd known about this earlier, I'd have had you time
Yeah, I
tonight,
would've
but I've been out there
done
most
it.
of the day.
Well, I tell you the truth, I forgot about the meeting tonight, and Melissa called me about 20 minutes ago, 25, 30 minutes ago.
All right, we have any more business? I'll take care of that tomorrow.
Okay, thank you.
Have any more business for safety meeting?
I don't.
Have a motion to adjourn?
Motion adjourned.
All agree? Motion adjourned.
Thank you.
I have it for free for that. Since you don't.
You feel good?
Yeah, I'm the older good looking one.
I used to fish with him a lot. Used to watch her sitting in tree stand, on tree blind.
Watch it from the deer.
Right.
That's right, big cat.
I hated
You're
it
just like, I
mama
could push
passed
you.
away. I didn't find that very.
Driving.
Well, it was, I had to pick a way out of it, they've been the way out of pick.
Shorts and jackets there.
We got style, don't we? I hated it, and last time I found that bag, I worked out of town, and we done,
Like I said, I just got looking at, we got thinking about how long it took. And it, you know what, this-
Well, I'm a responder out there in Rock Island, so this has nothing to do with me. There's a plethora of circumstances.
that could, we figured it could
But,
be.
and
Yeah,
I'm
we
not
got
making,
one stored
making
over there.
excuses for anybody, but it doesn't benefit them in any way to delay it, you know,
The
going.
lady kinda got a little,
Dispatch lady,
testy with Charles when he called back a second time.
yeah. Well,
And
and
he
of course,
was,
they're sitting in
Well, we
that
didn't
building
know
on Nashville
have one like
Highway.
that. We have had
Communicating
four
with
down
but
one
they've
time.
also got sheriff's office, McMinnville
Yeah.
City, McMinnville
But we only have
Fire,
two paramedics there. and
County
that's it.
Fire and ambulance, so they got a lot going on.
I called him one time when I was working,
Yeah.
That's our problem, we just got new people.
get out of the way here.
My point being is, it's not gonna benefit.
But sometimes one